Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you have been paying attention to the crypto market ever since Easter has come into play, let's just say the inflow into the crypto market has increased significantly. I mean, if you just look at the Bitcoin price, it was consolidating for one whole week between the price of 84,000 and 85,500. Well, today there was a really strong pull-up which was able to break the barrier at 87. Something similar Dogecoin did do, because you can see that the super trend has formed into an uptrend. This was very important, and seeing that Doge Day has just come to an end, which is obviously the 20th of April, there's definitely a lot more upside potential, but you can see that we're actually sitting at a very strong resistance. On the other end, Bitcoin is breaking out of the channel with a potential upside target of 89,000. Dogecoin tests a critical trend line as bulls target 20 cents, which could be just around the corner, and 58% jump in Dogecoin trading stunts the Doge Day. As if you just go over here and just look at the Dogecoin market, you can see that the trading volume has jumped by nearly 60%. Clearly suggesting that there is definitely a huge return in the traders' sentiments towards Dogecoin. And you can also see that the Bullish, it's doing pretty well, to 86% to 14%, and Dogecoin to $5.60. Crypto bulls make upwards projection, which a lot of people did not expect. There's a lot to happen. Before we get into all of this, if you guys are here for the first time, you want to stay up to date with everything to do with the crypto market, and especially Dogecoin, scroll down, tap the red subscribe button and become part of the Doge army. Also turn on your notifications so you can stay up to date with the latest and the greatest news. And while you're there, slap a like on the video, just up to YouTube algorithm, push the video out to more people. More people are paying attention to what's happening to the Dogecoin market. They decide to buy into it. It starts spiking up, and a lot of us make a lot of profit. Now I just want to mention, if I do sound a little different, I still have a little bit of tonsils, so don't mind it, but trust me, I got some crazy things to cover today. Now first of all, we did have a crazy return in the trading volume, but if you look at the open interest, it's up about 7%. Let me tell you one thing, 7% increase in a single day is huge. While the long to the short ratio is still in favor of long traders, with a 70% actually going towards the long traders. But as I mentioned, we're currently sitting at a very critical resistance, which actually got rejected for 6 hours straight. You guys can see we've been consolidating here, and the market's not able to push higher. But if you do decide to push higher, what are going to be some critical zones that you should be paying attention to? For Dogecoin to be more precise, you need to pay attention to 17 cents and 17.5 cents, just that barrier between 17 and 17.5. It's always acted as a really strong demand zone, and currently it's going to act as a resistance. If there's a little bit of profit taking, we can experience that, maybe a little bit of a pullback after receiving 17.5, but there will be a really strong pull-up that will be needed to break over the price action of 18.7 cents, and from there we will be seeing an upwards momentum. Now keep in mind, the US dollar today has also devalued significantly, and let's just say Michael Saylor's strategy buys another 6,000 Bitcoin worth 500 million. Now, let's just say this is a lot of money that's actually been put into the crypto market, and that's one of the reasons why the market's able to show such a positive gain today. But is this a short-term rally just like before, and are we going to fall back down? Well, that will be one important question to ask. But let me tell you one thing, we're still in a bull market. If this push-up is able to push the Bitcoin price over 90,000, there will be another leg that will start and maybe break its all-time high, which could be just around the corner, while China threatens to retaliate against the nations siding with the United States on trade. Now this is huge, because you guys know currently United States and China are in the trade war. There are only two which are actually in a little bit of a competition, to say the least, as majority of the other countries that Trump was going to put tariffs on have already, gone out of their way to make sure, and then Trump has also put a halt for 90 days so they can actually compete with China properly. Well, what kind of reaction will this have? Well, the US dollar is slipping very hard, and on the 7th of May, we will be receiving the interest rate report, and if there is going to be a decrease in interest rate, it's obviously going to be affecting a lot of riskier assets, and one of the strongest one currently, which everyone is eyeing on, is obviously crypto. So decrease in the interest rate on the 7th of May could be the biggest game changer, and that's how we're going to be pumping the crypto market in the coming days. While the whales have recently realized close to 155 million in profits from Bitcoin, so even though such large profit taking is happening, you can realize that the overall market is still in a positive trend. While Doge price eyes 500% surge based on historic pattern, another cause for celebration after Doge Day. I mean, currently the way the market has moved in, you can see that 129 days is just finished, and after that a little bit, and then we see an explosive growth. While it's something similar about to follow, if it does follow, the price could actually hit $1, and that will be very quick. While the US dollar goes no bid. 5 things to know in Bitcoin this week. Now, Bitcoin is on the way up, nearing 88,000, but few market participants are willing to trust the strength of the snap price move. A new micro week drones in shadow of the US trade war, with Federal Reserve speakers lining up to take the stage. Gold is staggering all-time high again, but Bitcoin this time is starting to react. US dollar weakens historic trades as 3-year low sparks a bullish prediction for Bitcoin and other commodities, as people are going to start having a little bit of panic, to say the least, because they will be like, oh, the money is in a little bit of a devaluation stage. What can we buy so our money stays the same? And the first place they're going to run to is commodities and crypto. The newest Bitcoin holders are already profiting from the latest move, but the speculators are waiting for reclamation of 91,000. As I mentioned, climbing over 90,000 is going to ensure that Bitcoin is able to stage the next move. And the Dogecoin supporters are 72% long. Do they know something we don't? And the simple answer is yes, because the amount of long traders towards Dogecoin is much greater as compared to any other token that you look in the top 100, and that gives you perspective that there is definitely a lot more positivity or sentiments turning green for the Dogecoin holders. While Dogecoin traders eye an upside break, accessing the odds of Doge rise. While Doge has struggled, but currently there is a lot of open interest, which is helping the market climb. At the same time, the open interest is in a positive sentiment to allow for a positive growth from the Dogecoin market. While XRP explodes 73% as Bitcoin breaks 87,000. Now, let's just say XRP and Dogecoin are going to be the two of the biggest ones to pay attention to, because just today morning, we all know that Tron has fallen a little bit short as Dogecoin has taken the 8th spot again. And Cardano has fallen very, very slow, and it's not actually keeping up with the market cap of Tron and Dogecoin for the current market. And Bitcoin whales accumulate 4.7 billion amid the price volatility and low long-term profits. So Bitcoin has recently captured the attention, while despite the bullish accumulation by large players, the long-term holders are seeing a diminishing profit, which could signal a caution in the overall market. While the overall market is in a positive trend, for the short term, it's going to be very heavily dependent on the way Bitcoin will be able to hold the price that's moving at currently. If it's able to do so, we got a lot of profit to make. At the end of the day, this is not financial advice, just my personal opinion, so make sure you guys do your own research if you're going to be putting your money into anything. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.